Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about what if my ex blocks me on social media or on the phone or everywhere. You know, dating has really changed in the last 10 years since phones have become a lot more prominent and social media has become such a huge part of our life. And so now the dynamics and the changes that happen after a breakup are very different than they were even a decade ago. And dealing with these changes can be really confusing, scary, and overwhelming. It's very easy to panic and catastrophize when somebody blocks you on things, and all of those feelings make you feel like the situation is hopeless. I hear that all the time because a lot of the clients that I get talk to me about their situation, what's going on with their ex, obviously, and how their ex is blocking them and sending all kinds of mixed messages. Because sometimes they'll block you on one thing, but not on another. It's really interesting to see how these things are changing. Now, if someone has blocked you, it's very painful because it feels like the ending of the relationship is more permanent when that happens, right? It may be feeling to you like they're trying to erase you from their life, if they've deleted pictures of you online. I had that happen to me years ago. And, you know, I talked about this where I was at a show about to do stand-up comedy, perform in front of hundreds of people. I had a couple of my best friends there with me. So I was lucky in that aspect because my ex-girlfriend, was starting to delete the pictures of us on her Facebook literally right before I was going on stage. So that was really overwhelming at the time. And I'm actually surprised I was able to go up on stage and do well like I did that night because, you know, it was so overwhelming with all those different emotions. But it's very hurtful when you see that you're getting deleted or you're getting blocked, and it feels like a major rejection. It just feels like it's making things more permanent and less likely to turn around. But that isn't really true. Even if they're doing something like blocking your family and your friends, which often happens, mutual acquaintances will get blocked and some will not get blocked. It's really confusing. It's like, what is happening? They blocked this person, but not that person. And, you know, you're hurting. So you're going to feel this overwhelming amount of emotions that it just kind of comes at you like a wave. It's scary to deal with all these feelings. And it makes you probably feel pretty angry, right? Like, oh, they're being so selfish and immature about this. Blocking me is really selfish. It's really immature handling the breakup this way. And there may be some truth to that. But people block you for different reasons. And I'm going to get into some of the different reasons. But first, I got to make it clear to you guys, resist the urge to reach out to them if they've blocked you. I know everything inside of you wants to make you reconnect and repair things, but it's going to feel like a violation to them. It's going to feel like you're not accepting things and you're trying to push your way into their life still. A lot of people, I just did an email coaching earlier today where somebody got blocked and they kept pushing, reaching out. Don't do that, okay? I know everything inside of you wants to do that. That's instinct. But a lot of turning a breakup around is going against those instincts. So you're probably wondering why. Why did they do this? Why did they block me on this one and not on others? All of a sudden, you know, because you're checking their social media probably multiple times a day. Some of you like 50 times a day. And I'm going to talk about some of the big things that I see. The first one is that they may be blocking you because they get overwhelmed seeing you. They're trying to stop themselves from obsessing on your profile. They feel like, I need to move on. I got to stop looking. I can't keep looking back. But, you know, it's overwhelming for them to see you in their feed. And it's surprising for many of you to hear that because you're like, oh, I didn't realize that they're hurting. I didn't realize that they're struggling with the breakup. Well, yeah, they are. Just because they don't act like it or they don't show that side to you, it doesn't mean they're not. They're trying to hide those things. They're trying to keep you at bay. And it's kind of like a wall, right? And if they lower the wall, you're going to overwhelm them with a lot of different feelings and emotions, especially someone who has an avoidant attachment style. They're going to really be a lot more likely to block because they're trying to avoid their own emotions, and they're trying to kind of shut down and kind of like not think about things. And if they go online and they keep seeing you, it's going to bother them. It's going to make them feel a lot of negative emotions. Another reason they be blocking you is they feel guilty about what they're doing. Okay, they feel like they're moving on, and they know that if you see those posts, it's going to hurt you. They don't want to feel like they're hurting you. They don't want to feel like they're rubbing something in your face. And so they may, in some bizarre way, try to protect you. And so they block you. And it also makes them feel like they're a little bit more free. Okay, if you're disconnected from them on social media, it's kind of making them feel like the breakup is a little bit more permanent. They're kind of free. They have this new sense of freedom. And having you online still kind of keeps them feeling stuck or trapped. Another thing that we see, and this is hurtful, is they may be hiding things from you. Now, maybe it's because they don't want you to get jealous, or maybe it's they don't want you to know they're dating new people. And sometimes it's because they think they may be coming back, or they're not sure about the breakup, so they don't want you to get angry at them. So it's kind of like, not that they're lying, but it could be like they're hiding things to kind of keep you from having all the information for yourself, and it kind of keeps you at bay where they can explore new things and do what they want to do. Now, obviously, everybody has a different level of integrity and different amounts of character in themselves, and so you want to consider that with your ex based on what you know about them and how they live their life, because everybody's different in that way. Okay, so this is another big one. If you've been harassing them, looking for reasons to reach out, you're probably overwhelming them. Don't harass your ex. If you see them out with somebody else, don't lash out. Don't lose emotional self-control. It only makes you look weak. It only makes you look desperate or eager, and it's going to make them lose interest. So please don't do that. You know what you got to do? Do nothing. Do nothing. That is the most confident thing you can do. And I know everything inside you doesn't want to do nothing, but when you heal your attachment issues, you get to a place where you are able to do nothing. And that's the work that we're always trying to teach you with attachment theory and learning to be more confident. Because it's in these moments, these are the differences between the people that truly get their ex back and are able to keep them, and the people that continue to make mistakes in their relationships. Those critical moments, that's the difference between the people that really excel and the people that fail or don't get what they want. Okay? So don't look for any reason to contact them. You're risking making them angry, and you're risking them losing interest, and you're giving them more reasons to confirm that the breakup was a good idea. They're thinking about it. Oh, look at them. They're making it worse. Now they're stalking me. Now they're harassing me, and they're angry. They're getting overwhelmed by these negative emotions, and you don't want them to have negative emotions. We're trying to get them to think about the positive things. So you don't want to do that. If you keep doing it, I mean, I did an email coaching the other day. The guy kept doing it. And people wind up saying, if you don't leave me alone, I'm going to get the police involved. I'm going to contact the police if you call me again. It's going to make it a lot harder to turn around a situation if somebody's threatening to call the police on you. So don't escalate things. You can't force anyone to want to talk with you. You can't. They need time and space away. Just because your ex blocked you, it doesn't mean that things can't turn around. That's so important to understand. It does not mean that it's ruining the chances of reuniting with them or fixing them. There is an unblock feature. Please tell me, is there any app or social media that doesn't allow you to unblock somebody? Because I'm pretty sure they all have that feature. Okay? Feelings change. I cannot stress this enough. We see people constantly get blocked and unblocked all the time, but don't fall for the trap. Don't reach out. I know you want to. I see you looking at that unblock. Oh, I've been unblocked. They finally unblocked me. And then you want to reach out. Well, guess what? Now they didn't have to do anything to get your attention again. You look desperate. Is that how you want to look? Hopefully not. Okay? Hopefully you have enough self-respect where you say, I would love to repair this, but not at the risk of losing my dignity and feeling good about myself. You're not going to feel good about yourself. And quite honestly, it's probably not going to turn around if you're chasing somebody just because they unblocked you. They usually unblock after a while anyway. That is the truth. Most people get unblocked. Just leave them alone. Eventually, on their own terms, they'll come around. But not if you're pressuring. Not if you're doing all the things that I've mentioned earlier. If you just leave them alone and allow them time to process things, that's when they do it. But many of you guys can't handle it. You can't handle that uncertainty. And that really is about you and your childhood issues. That is about you and your relationship with your caregivers in a lot of different ways. So don't create fake accounts. You're going to get caught. It's going to look sus, okay? It's going to look really suspicious when they see these new accounts all of a sudden randomly following them or looking at their stories. You don't want to risk them noticing and being put off by your behavior. Give them the space. Give them the space in person, online, with their friends and family. It will impact them. They will notice when you are able to do that. Believe me, they are going to notice. Don't be petty. Okay? Many of you are so hurt and so angry you want to block them back. Don't do it. Don't block them back. You want to look relaxed, chill, not stressed out, having emotional self-control, nonchalant. It's not a big deal. You want to block me? No worries. I figured you just needed some time away. That is the ultimate form of confidence. And you want to leave the door open. Okay? When you don't get dramatic and do all the things that I've talked about, it keeps the door open for them where they feel like there's more opportunity to reach out without any drama. People don't want drama. Well, some people do. But you don't want to create any drama that might close the door or hurt your chances of repairing things. Getting blocked is not a big deal. It feels so much worse than it actually is. It's a process. Focus on your healing and your growing and no contact. Think about all the things that we're always trying to teach you on the channel and put yourself in the position to stay relaxed and calm and show all these new confident behaviors when they reach out, because they likely do. And remember this, it feels permanent. It feels like it's the end of the world. I know, I get it. Believe me, I do. But your ex may block you on social media, but they can't block you from their mind. They can't block you from their unconscious and their subconscious. They can't do that. Just because they blocked you doesn't mean their feelings can't change, doesn't mean their feelings won't change. Focus on the personal growth. Think about everything. Reflect on things. And of course, when you want to get my help personally, you could do that on my website, askcraig.net. I do email coaching and I do Skype. You can get my creative healing course and my workbooks only on my website. But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth, and I will talk with you soon.